Deep Dive Gaming.
Hello people, and welcome back to Deep Dive Gaming. I'm the Mariner, and this is Fallout 4 with Sim Settlements 2. Sorry for the extended period of time without videos. I had stuff going on in my real life one weekend, and then the next weekend when I was actually able to record, I ran into a bug that derailed my entire weekend. So, we have figured out that bug, and we have figured out how to overcome that bug. And that's partly what this episode is going to be about. I'm going to be building in here, I'm going to be hiring more people, and we are going to get to some exciting stuff. Hopefully this episode, maybe the next episode, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and talk about a couple things that I want to do. First of all, I want to get Aiden and Teresa's rooms built, because that opens up 2 slots for peoples that we can hire. So we're going to start over here. Oh, we haven't even built Mansfields' office. Well, we'll do that too. So let's start here. So go into here, go to facilities, go to construction, go to living quarters, and then Mansfield's private quarters. Now, before I hit the go button on this, I want to show you something. Facilities, energy, wood, cloth, steel. Scrap logistics. We have a total of 1,000 and we need 500. Scrap logistics come from having supply lines to, or supply agreements with, other settlements out there. If we were to try and do this through here, I want you to see something. Go to room construction. Mansfield's private quarters. We'll accept that. We'll do back out. And see something missing here? We have 10 facilities, energy, 200 wood, 100 cloth, 200 steel. But where's the scrap logistics? So that's the bug I ran into. So for now, until they get that fixed, because that causes blockages in building rooms because you can't see how many scrap logistics you have versus how many you need, we're just going to build through the command mode. And that, let's see, I went too fast. There we go. Mansfield's private quarters.
So much walking.
And while that's going, we'll come over here. One of these 2 rooms we can actually switch to be security head private quarters. I'm going to try this one first. And to change the room purpose, okay, that one looks like it's not going to be it. It's probably going to be this one. So let's activate. Change room purpose. No options to select from. I know this can be done. I've done it in the past. We may have to leave and come back, because I started this game in the HQ. And I think in order to do this, get these rooms to refresh what I can do with them, I need to leave and come back. So I will do that and bring you back in just a moment. Alrighty, and here we are back in the HQ, and looks like Strong has finished building out this room for Mansfield. So now we should be able to change. Strong, need to be quiet now. I'm trying to talk. Room control. Change room purpose. There we go. Security head private quarters. We'll go ahead and select that.
Humans need steel armor to fight as good as Strong.
Yeah, Strong. We know Strong. Okay, let's try this.
Strong want to smash something.
And here we go. Again, we've got everything except the scrap logistics. But we happen to know from building Mansfield's office that we have what we need for this. So I'm going to go ahead and hit pay and build. And there we go.
So many humans, not many super mutants.
Now we'll go ahead and come over here and we will get Teresa's room going.
Someday, super mutants kill every...
Activate. Actually, no, we don't want to do that. We want to do... We want command mode for building going forward just because We know there's a bug. We want to overcome said bug, and said bug is overcome by going straight to command mode for everything. So there we go. Trace's quarters. And while that's building, we'll come over here and we'll check out Mansfields' quarters.
Steel human. Strong smash steel human.
There we go. I'm apparently missing a mod that would silence my companions when I'm nearby. But anyways, yeah. There's Aiden's room. And Teresa's room should be about done. So let's go check that out really quick. Oh, almost. We got some floating suitcases. Almost. Yep, there we go. Trunk is built. Okay, there we go. We got a little bit of a mesh issue with some painting up here. But, oh, do you hear that? I think we have our first pest problem. You might have seen when I started the HQ run on this playthrough that I left infestations on. Well, I think we've got one. I think if we come in here, yeah, we got a bug stuck in the ceiling. We got another one down here. We'll take care of these guys really quick. Somehow. This guy being in the ceiling is not going to be helpful. There we go. That took care of that. And there's one more bug to deal with over here. There we go. Do we get the legendary item out of it? Oh, we do. Look at that. Not too useful for us, but we've got it. Alrighty, so that's one thing done dealing with. So let's check out. See if I can get it so that you can see. We have max 11 people now that we can have. And in order to build other rooms, we need more scrap logistics. So that means we need to have supply agreements, which means we need to hire people with endurance and assign them to the logistics department. Right now we only have room for one, but I want to at least have 3 more people for logistics. So we are going to see what else we can build to help us with that. And I think if we come into construction and we go to logistics jobs, yes, we can build a cafeteria. That gives us +2 logistics jobs and +50 max food logistics, which honestly we are going to need. And the food and water also come from supply agreements as far as I can tell. So let's go ahead and build this since we've got everything we need for it. And then while that's constructing, I'm actually going to head over to Jamaica Plain to hire our next logistics expert. You may know who I'm talking about, you may not, but let's go get him. I'll meet you over there. Okay, here we are in Jamaica Plain with the WG City Plan built in, which takes a lot of work on my computer to actually show at a decent frame rate. So I'm moving slowly because I'm not getting that decent frame rate. So we are going to come over here, and like I said, we need endurance for our supply agreements. And Hubert over here, scan them with our Venomatic, he has 12. So we can get a total of 2 supply agreements with him alone. So let's go ahead and equip our clipboard. We want to assign that to shortcut key and then equip it. And then we'll say no to this. And then let's talk to him.
Can I ask you something? Would you be interested in coming to work for me?
And we'll go ahead and send him on to HQ. And then, yes, I'm not recording this on my new rig because it was going to be impossible to transfer the save file over to get everything set up so that it did not corrupt. Once I get done with the Chapter 2 content for Sim Settlements 2, I will be rebuilding my save on my new rig, and recordings in areas like that should go a lot easier. But that's only one person to hire for supply agreements. I wanted to have at least 3, And the next one I want to hire is actually Alex Powell. He's got a endurance, I believe, of 8. So I'm going to go fetch him. Alrighty, here we are. Edgar Tours. I have hired the Powells and Franklin. And they should be around here somewhere. So I'll probably have to summon them to me, because finding people in this place is a maze, and it's not going to happen. So I'm just going to do this.
The place smells like 5 Nessies working overtime. Jules must be secretly over the moon.
Alright, and before we hire him, I just want to confirm. Do a quick scan, and yes, 8. Gifted in endurance. So we'll go ahead and hire him.
Got a minute? What do you say? Want to work for me?
Boom, alrighty. So, while we were waiting for the Powell family to arrive, whoops, I think we just got an attack. Let me send everybody back to work. Yep, I think, okay. And while we were out adventuring, we unlocked, even though we technically already have it with the city plan, the power transfer plot. So that'll come in handy later on. In the meantime, I'm going to go down to here, because while I was waiting for the Powells to arrive at Edgar Tours, I went and I unlocked my next recruit, who is Raven Corvus.
Hi there. Would you be interested in coming to work for me?
There we go. And just to show why I'm hiring her, another 8 endurance. So that should give us everyone I can currently hire at HQ. So let's head on over there and get them assigned and get some more supply procurements going. Alrighty, here we go. Yep, HQ is telling us that we need to set up more living quarters. Let's get our people assigned to the logistics. Manage. And we just hired Hubert. And we hired Raven and Alex. In the pinch, we could use Strong or Mala, but I think this should give us all we need for now. And just to give you an idea of what our goal is, I'm going to come over here to construction, living quarters, and if I come over here, let's see, where is it? So 4-person room needs 2,000 scrap logistics. But I'm actually going to do one better. I think I have to talk to Jake about this first.
Strong glad to be rid of him.
Yes, yes, Strong, we know. Come over and we talk to Jake, because we do have this quest here, Water Under the Bridge. So we'll have some story dialogue here, and then we'll be able to get to it.
Hey, Jake.
Thanks for coming here to talk. I didn't want to seem unprofessional in front of the others, but... wow, we really are doing this. We got a real headquarters. People who know what they're doing. We're on the verge of becoming a true power in the Commonwealth. And the cherry on the cake is that you're the one leading it all.
How are you doing with all this?
Me? I'm excited. A bit overwhelmed, but mostly hopeful. Hopeful this will help me find my kid.
What do you mean by that?
I touched on this earlier before, about my daughter Laura. She's been the driving force behind all of this. You know, ASAMs, settlements, and now setting up our own headquarters. Back then, I wasn't quite ready to explain what I meant by that, but I think I am now. That is, if you don't mind hearing all about my personal struggles, of course.
Your personal struggles. Could you be more specific?
About why I'm really doing all this. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been great seeing people improve their lives with ASAMs. And knowing I've been a part of that, well, I'd be lying if I said it didn't make me feel good. But that's not the reason I started helping people. My motives are a little more self-centered.
All right, let's hear it. What's on your mind?
Well, it all goes back to before Laura was born. Before I'd even met her mother, Caitlin. You see, my hometown, Sanford, it was a bustling trade hub. Whole place was built around a huge purification plant. Pre-war, but still working. The plant was run by my father. It was the pride and joy of the whole town. Supplied clean drinking water to thousands, and made Sanford a wealthy settlement.
Tell me more about this town of yours.
Sanford was special. Apart from a few exceptions, it was relatively untouched by the Great War. There were a lot of pre-war tech to be found in old ruins, not too many dangerous creatures around, and a real good climate. If Diamond City is a great green jewel, then Sanford was a crown filled with sapphires.
Did something happen?
Yeah, something happened, all right. Like the old saying goes, nothing good lasts forever. One day there was an accident at the plant. One of its fusion generators began to overload. If left alone, it would have set off a chain reaction, caused an explosion that would have taken out the whole town and a good chunk of the surrounding area. My dad, he stopped that from happening. He pulled the fusion core, but it cost him his life and severely damaged the plant in the process.
Can I ask you something personal?
It's all right. I know what you want to ask. How exactly did he die, right? When my dad pulled the malfunctioning core, that didn't stop it from overloading. And there was 5 more fusion generators in that room. If he wanted to stop an explosive chain reaction, he had to get that faulty core as far away from those generators as he could. And that's precisely what he did. He grabbed that core and ran the hell in the opposite direction. He got it all the way to one of our water tanks before it detonated. He saved a lot of lives that day, mine included.
Sounds like a good man.
He was a good man, and a great father. He died a hero. I'll always be proud of him for that. Anyway, after the accident, the plant shut down for good. I simply didn't have the caps to repair it, and no one in town was willing to foot the bill. So I sold what was left of the plant and settled down. It was around that time I met Caitlin, and not long after, we had Laura. After losing my dad and the plant, I was in a dark place. But Laura, she changed all that. She gave my life true meaning again. Without water to export, Sanford began to crumble around us. But I didn't give a damn. I had my daughter, and enough caps to keep her safe and well fed. That's all that mattered to me.
How can you be so dismissive of all those people?
At the time, I thought it was the right thing to do. Not one of them offered to help fix the purifier. So why should I care if their town fell apart? But Caitlin, she didn't see it that way. She said the town was dying, and in time, it would drag everyone down with it, including us. For years, she told me I should buy the plant back, try and repair it, that if I didn't, I'd be selling Laura's future short. Eventually, I told her to just drop it, that repairing the plant would be impossible. Caitlin didn't like that answer. We separated a few weeks later. That didn't stop her from bugging me, though. Now, whenever I saw her, she'd say, "You can stay here in Sanford, but pay for me and Laura to go someplace better." I'd ask where in the waste she'd even go. The response was always the same. The best settlement I could find. That Laura deserved no less.
It sounds like he was trying to motivate you.
Maybe. In the end, I think she just got tired of me always blowing her off. She decided to find a better settlement for our daughter with or without my blessing. That's when Caitlin left Sanford, taking Laura with her. As soon as I found out, I chased after them. It took months, but I tracked them to the Commonwealth. Didn't take long for me to find a lead to their whereabouts. Turns out they stayed in Diamond City for a while, in the Dugout Inn. But by the time I arrived, they already moved on. Apparently, even the Great Green Jewel didn't meet Caitlin's standards. After that, their trail went cold, I couldn't get no trace of where they'd gone. But I know they're still out there. They have to be.
What happened after that?
I figured, since I couldn't find Laura, then I'd help establish the best damn settlements the Commonwealth has ever seen. I'd create the perfect settlement that Caitlin was looking for. And by doing so, I'd make her bring Laura to me. That's how I ended up discovering ASAMs, and why I started giving them out to people. And then I met you, and well, you know the rest. So, now you know why I've been doing all this. Why it's so important to me. And why I'm so thankful for everything you've done, and continue to do.
I had no idea.
I hope knowing my motivations hasn't changed your view of me too much. Anyway, now that we have the Commonwealth and the HQ, we truly have the means to create some of the greatest settlements in the Commonwealth. It's still going to take some work, mind you. We'll really need to push the HQ to its full potential. However, I've got a number of upgrades and improvements in mind that I think will do the trick.
What sort of upgrades are we talking about?
For starters, the HQ's power generators. They're a little temperamental. We can improve that. Also, we should get all the terminals here networked again. That would definitely help our productivity. I'll do everything I can to make all this work, but I can't do it alone. I'm going to need your help, and the help of everyone in HQ as well.
Then let's do this.
Thank you. I really mean that. Oh, before I forget, I set aside a little place for you here. A home away from home, as it were. You should go check it out. Here's the key to unlock the door.
What do you mean by home?
You know, somewhere you could sleep, store equipment, relax maybe. I'll admit, it's a little underfurnished. But I did make sure you got the cleanest bed I could find. Not that that's saying much.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
You're welcome. It really is the least I could do for you, but I hope you like it. Alright, we both got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. Let's rebuild the Commonwealth.
Okay, so that gives us a new quest, Commonwealth Rising. We'll do that in a little while, but first, let's see, I also want to turn this off. Check out the rooms that Jake set aside for you. We're actually going to do that right now. That is, whoops, wrong direction. That is over here, through this door and up these stairs. And all of that was for this particular purpose. To get this room. And we're actually going to convert it to a living quarters for other people. Looks like I may have to leave and come back to get this to work. Power distribution. I'll let you read that in the pause menu. Change room purpose. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave and come back to get this fixed, so give me just a moment. And we're back. So now we should be able to change this room's purpose. Yes, player quarters, living quarters, that's what we want. We'll select that. And it was a long journey, but this is what I meant by do one better. Large living quarters for 6. So I'm going to leave this menu, and then I'm going to come into command mode. And this is why we need extra supply agreements. Large living quarters require 3,000 scrap logistics. 2 only needs 1,000, but we want more people, not less. Ooh, also, I'll show this. We got the Watchkeeper barracks to +4. We have enough scrap logistics for that, so we'll let that work while we set up... Oh, okay. I guess we can't do that yet. Alrighty. So, we need to set up supply agreements to get our scrap logistics up to 3,000. So, let's go back into command mode. Over to logistics and jobs. And then... Nope, that's the wrong thing. Come on now. There we go. Logistics. We were in the wrong menu. Coordinate. Establish supply agreement. And... the next in our list is Edgar Tours Marina, which we just, I think, got set up with a caravan plot. That's one. Make sure that gets done. There we go. Now we can do another one. We're going to do Somerville Place. Alright, there we go. Now, let's see where that puts us. So we'll come over to here. We'll go to construction, living quarters, large living quarters. There we go. So let's go ahead and just do... Actually, I think this is variant 1. Let's check. Yep, that's variant 1. So we will do... Whoops, not here. We will do variant 2. And our room is done. Voila. So that's a room variant 2. Variant 1. I thought variant 2 had the beds on the other side of the room. Oh well. So I think that's it for this episode. Check out my For Science series here on YouTube. I'll be recording the next episode of that finally, now that I've got this out the way. Also, check out my Twitch stream Monday through Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern Time, for more of this, Sim Settlements 2, where I am playing on my new rig. Also, check the community tab on my channel page for announcements on streams or updates on video production. And until next time, enjoy Fallout 4 with Sim Settlements 2. Bye-bye!